At 38 years old, I gave myself 18 months to learn how to ride motocross and to get into the best shape of my life in order to compete in Transworld's Ultimate Amateur Series. From the motocross mecca that is Southern California, I began my career as a total novice. I'm talking falling off the turnip truck beginner. I couldn't tell you anything about motocross other than you better know how to roll with the hits. It's a motocross guide for dummies. It's the rookie meets rad, but it's about motocross and not BMX. And it's nothing like Nitro Circus because I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm doing. This is simply about what it takes for one man having a midlife crisis to prepare for competitive racing. So the question is, will this jackass make the gate at Glen Helen? Or will I end up in a body cast? This is MX Yoga. Before we get started, it needs to be acknowledged that motocross is an inherently dangerous sport that sometimes comes with permanent consequences. This is more of an example of what not to do, so please do not attempt anything that you see in this video unless you have professional instruction or on a closed course and are willing to line up in the gates. So to catch you up from last month, I had to come to the hard conclusion that the Honda was just too tired to carry on the journey. So I upgraded to the 16 Yamaha 60th anniversary. And man, it is fun to look at. Won't even admit how long I spent in the garage just staring at it.
Oh, Billy.
My first day on the bike I spent with Derek Kelly. Got some nice riding tips from him.
You got to be kind of fluid with the bike, but you can't be loose at the same time.
And after a couple hours, I had plenty to work on. And then I made it out to Phoenix so Dave could set up the suspension. And finally, I was able to feel comfortable flying the thing.
It looks terrible when you're landing. You're not letting the body absorb it.
And all that left me with a bunch of feedback that I couldn't really use because I came to the realization that I was riding hurt. You know, I rolled over bed one night and I felt a pop. I'd been riding the entire time with a dislocated shoulder.
I'm not too old for this shit. I'm not too old for this. You will not. We're not too old for this. We're not too old for this. We're not too old for this. Say it like you believe it. We're not too old for this. Yeah.
So a couple weeks off, it was what I needed. So I was able to come back out, hit it hard, and start thinking about the first race, April 30th, Glen Helen National Track. Doesn't get more daunting than that.
Paris Raceway at night, baby! Now I can't see That might be a good thing now.
Billed as the best dirt in Southern California. We're at Belk Raceway. MX Yoga, day 56, and we're gonna be at Glen Helen, the wonderful, magical place. Thanks to Jason at HYR, we had a ride day out at Glen Helen. I got a nice preview and some things I needed to work on to be race ready. So you put it on here?
Yeah.
Like right
no,
there?
A little lower.
A little lower?
Right there, yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, pop it on, hold it for like 20 seconds.
Like that? Not like that. I don't know. So here it is, moment of truth. I've got all the help I could possibly need. I've got Jason, I've got Dave, and I have no more excuses. There was nothing like going around the Talladega turn. From the perspective of being behind the camera to now a rider, it was very surreal. As we come down into turn 2, and it's a 100% commitment to just head up the hill. As I come over the top, my heart just sank into my stomach. The realization of where I was, it was a monumental moment in my journey. And I just took it all in. Of course, there was no way I could even stand up on the pegs. I just rode the rear brake the entire way down. As you head up Mount St. Helen, it's just pin it to win it. You're just leaning forward, you're on the pegs, you've got the throttle wide open, and you're just trying to hold the bike straight, hoping it doesn't kick sideways on some hip, on some rock, on some rut, chewed in from some other rider before you. It was all I could do to squeeze the throttle in between all the shaking. And once you get through the first lap, it's pretty much over. I think my first session, I was out there for 45 minutes. And that brings us to step 16. I need to learn how to launch.
You keep all your weight on the motorcycle,
and then you're looking down the number plate, and then go. And then don't push after that.
So fortunately for my first launch, I've got many years of motocross experience at my side, kind of painting the way for me. That, and I got the Yamaha launch control. You just pop it in neutral, hit the button, put it into second, and just let it rip. And man, it's a lot of fun.
That's up here. I can't. Got it. I can't get up there. Look down. See that gate drop? Yeah. Go pretty straight. Don't worry. Go. Got it.
Outside of the curve, and this curve is faster because it's a big sweeper. Instead of chopping it before you get to the big curve, carry your power all the way through the curve so you get accustomed to that big sweep. Because you're not only
Up there and down here.
if you watch his line, he's riding a really fast line. Everybody else is going to be in the inside, and they're going to be starting to slide. He's riding the outside line, and that outside line's going to be faster because he's not sliding. His tire's biting all the way around up there.
Put all your weight on this side.
Yeah.
Look far ahead.
And after about 10 or so launches, I felt pretty comfortable doing it. Now it was just a matter of getting in the gate and dealing with that. The rest of the day was a blur. Got about 3.5, 4 hours solid riding, to the point that I was basically cramped out. I couldn't even get off the bike.
Get sore, you just got to keep going.
Wrap it up. I'm being a pussy.
And to cap off the day, Jason even took me around the Talladega turn in the new Yamaha 1000. Here it is. A year of preparation coming to a head, and I am 100% out of my element. I didn't get much sleep. I spent most of the night making lunch, going through the gear, packing, repacking, making sure I had tools, everything. So it's April 30th, MX Yoga Day 57, headed to Glen Helen, and yes, it's raining, but it looks, if you can see out in the distance, you can see the hope of a new day dawning, and I'm just hoping to A, finish the race, B, don't hurt myself, and C, don't break anything. I'm going to be headed out the gate for the first time. I'm just all over the place in my mind, so I really have to just focus on kind of finding a center and getting through the day, having fun. few things I know. I have to register, I get to practice, I have a meeting, and then we race. Glen Helen, it's the first national track, my first race, and as you can see, there's a lot of places we need to hit. As I take the time through practice, I'm really grateful that I had the time on Monday to come out here and get a preview. The track's changed a little bit, but all in all, it's pretty much the same. And the time I spent sessioning this track is really going to pay off. For my first race, I'm running Vet Beginner, and that means I'm running race number 5, gate number 2. So that means I've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours to just sit and think about what I've got coming at me. You do what you can to relax. Fortunately, I had my son there, I had some friends, and just had some time to just relax and just watch the other racers and just trying to get a flow of what I had coming at me. "40 minutes out, I start doing calisthenics, stretching, and trying to get my body loose. It just seemed that every gate that dropped, it was just closer and closer and closer. And, you know, it was all I could do to just keep my nerves to myself. And then the fateful sound of race 4 going off the line. Now, this is happening. I'm 20 minutes out. Now I gotta gear up and head to the line. It's time for me to get in the zone. And that basically led me to step 17. I had to make myself the Cinderella story.
Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become Master's champion. It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
And so what I'm gonna do is take my practice session, I'm gonna play it over and over and over, mentally always finding the optimal line to pass, to launch, to be aggressive, to move forward. In this state, everything comes naturally, everything flows, everything is smooth. Now, reality, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Some days are hard, some people cruel, but it's okay if you're not cool. Don't back down, don't be afraid. Take your tomorrow, make it today. Oh, there's a brand new sun and a whole new sound. There's a good vibration that's going down. Everything's alright with your friends around, and you are. Now you're one of us. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you'll cry, and it's okay.
My first race, and I'm buried, dead last. At this point, the only thing I'm thinking about is just finishing. I just need to finish.
Oh, your ego's bruised, but you'll be fine. Oh, there's a brand new sun and a whole new sound. There's a good vibration that's going down. Everything's all There's a good vibration that's going down. Everything's alright with your friends around. And you are now you won't over.
Well, at least that's over with. That did not go at all like I imagined. But I've got to move forward. I took the hit, now I got to pick myself up. At least I'm thankful I've got a second moto.
Damn! When all you've known goes away, well, you're never alone. There's a brand new song and a whole new sound. There's a good vibration that's going down. Everything's alright with your friends around. And you are.
After that, don't really remember much. I just know about the third or fourth lap, I started catching people, and I was passing them.
Friends around, and you are. There's a brand new song and a whole new sound. There's a good vibration that's going down. Everything's alright with your friends around, and you are. Now you won't over. You are. Now you won't over.
By the end of the race, I thought I was in first or in second. I had no idea where I was.
I don't know. I fell again in the same turn. And then I went from last to first, and then I think I finished second.
All right. Chalk it up to the fog of racing. My first race, I ended up making the podium, so I can't really complain about that. Lots of negatives, but a lot of positives. And right now I just need to kind of lock onto this feeling. I've got a lot to be thankful for, and it's been an incredible journey. I think it's time now I just dial it back so I can embrace what's to come.